You are listening to NOAA weather radio station KWO37, broadcasting on a frequency of 162.55 megahertz. The station is operated by the National Weather Service in Oxnard, California, and transmits from a tower on Mount Lukens in the San Gabriel Mountains. This broadcast is also relayed to a transmitter near Sandberg on a frequency of 162.425 megahertz. Tsunami Advisory is in effect for all coastal areas. Local impacts: a tsunami capable of producing strong currents that may be hazardous to swimmers, boats, and coastal structures is expected. Widespread inundation is not expected. Recommended actions: if you are located in this coastal area, move off the beach and out of harbors and marinas. Do not go to the coast to watch the tsunami. Be alert to instructions from your local emergency officials. Forecast tsunami start times: Port San Luis, California 7:40 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on January 15th. Santa Barbara, California 7:45 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on January 15th. Los Angeles, California 7:50 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on January 15th. Tsunamis often arrive as a series of waves or surges which could be dangerous for many hours after the first wave arrival. The first tsunami wave or surge may not be the highest in the series. Preliminary earthquake information occurred at 8:27 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on January 14, 2022. A large volcanic eruption occurred near the Tonga Islands. Tide information: Port San Luis, low tide of -05 feet at 3:19 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on January 15th. High tide of 5.7 feet at 7:43 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on January 15th. Santa Barbara, low tide of -07 feet at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on January 15th. High tide of 5.7 feet at 7:26 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on January 15th. Santa Monica, low tide of -06 feet at 2:40 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on January 15th. High tide of 5.7 feet at 7:13 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on January 15th. Los Angeles Harbor, low tide of -06 feet at 2:35 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on January 15th. High tide of 5.7 feet at 7:07 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on January 15th. This product will be. Stay tuned to your local news source and NOAA Weather Radio for further information and updates. This is a marine weather statement for the following inner waters from Point Mugu to San Mateo Point, California, including Santa Catalina and Santa Barbara Islands. A tsunami is expected to affect area harbors and marinas. Strong waves or surges of water above normal tidal activity is likely to damage docks and harbor areas. Hazardous floating and submerged debris should be expected. Strong and unusual currents and waves inside harbors, bays, and inlets may be especially destructive. Where time and conditions permit, mariners may consider moving vessels out to sea to a depth of at least 180 feet and be prepared to wait for an extended period of time. If at sea, avoid entering shallow water, harbors, marinas, and bays. Tsunamis are a series of waves that may continue for many hours to days after the arrival of the first wave. The first wave is often not the largest wave. Each wave may last 5 to 45 minutes as the wave encroaches and recedes. Stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio for the latest information on this event. Here is the latest weather synopsis.